friend, Motion, always likes to dance in class. One day, before the speech contest in school, Motion and I went to practice for the speech contest. Suddenly, Motion started to dance again. I laughed loudly and told Motion, "Stop dancing and keep practicing."
I lied to my mom last winter vacation. During the first week of the vacation, my mom saw the transcript of my last exam in last semester, and my mom said, "You can't go out with friends this week because you didn't get good grades." But on Wednesday, my friends asked me to go out for lunch, and I really wanted to go. So I told my mom, "Mom, I will take sister out for lunch tomorrow." My mom felt very happy, and the next day I took my sister out and met my friends in front of the restaurant. After the lunch, I told my sister not to tell mom, and she said, "Okay, but you have to take me to my favorite restaurant and pay." So all this time, my mom still didn't know I went out with friends because I had my sister covered up. But because of this lie, I paid about $1,000 of my sister's food, and I'm starting to understand the saying, "Spend my friendship with money."
Every time when we take PE class, one of my classmates called Jason always wants to poo-poo when we were warming up ourselves. Then we called him Poo-Poo Prince. It's a catchy name. He just laughs and says, "Well, it doesn't matter."
I lied to my little sister one time a year. When it is her birthday, she always asks me, "What day is today?" And I always pretend I don't know what was she actually talking about. Then I lied to her, "I don't know." But in fact, I prepared a surprise with my parents secretly. At night, we said "Happy birthday" to her. It happens almost every year, and I know not all the lies are bad. A lie also can make people very surprised.
In school, we have basketball contest. One of my class had to compete with other classes. In all of the game, one of my classmates can't score. He can't even score when he's under the basket. One day after school, we played basketball together. He scored a lot, and the most incredible thing was that he finally scored lots of points by the game was over. Everyone was mad. He did something useful at an unuseful situation.
Last month, while Michelle was eating lunch with me, she dropped her bread on the floor. "What should I do with it?" she asked. "You can just pick it up and eat it," I said. She just did what I told her and started chewing the bread. After a few minutes, she said there was something weird in her mouth. I thought she was joking at first. Then she took something out from her mouth. I couldn't believe my eyes because that was a nail. I figured out whose nail it was. Our classmate, Jack. He sometimes bites his nails in the class. What a disgusting memory.
I have a friend whose mood changes very fast. One second we were just having a great conversation, and then suddenly I said something that made him feel unhappy. He just became mad and said, "We're not friends anymore." But if I brought some food to school, he would say,
"We're friends, give me some bread."
So I always prepare some bread to feed him like he's a pigeon.
One day, my family and I were at Gongguan. My mom got off our car and went to buy the pearl milk tea for us. My mom was careless, so I got off the car to keep her from getting on the wrong car. After she finished buying the milk tea, I waved my hand, but she still got on the wrong car, which was in front of our car. She was embarrassed. When she came back to our real car, we found out she left the milk tea in the other car. Mom, we were so thirsty.
In school, I enjoy myself every day. I have a story about Sunny.
Sandy seldom poops because her stomach is not very well. She has a constipation, so she takes the medicine to fix her stomach problems. And she told me that after eating the medicine, she had very soft pain in her belly. Then she goes to the bathroom immediately. I went to check on her, but I couldn't see her. She pooed so much that she flushed herself away.
Go! Last winter break, our school held a school trip to visit a school in Singapore. The first night, me and my roommate stayed in a very tiny room. That can still only host 2 beds and a table. We can even open our baggage. We had a pillow fight in the tiny room. We are so happy at that time, but suddenly he tripped by his baggage. Then he dragged me. Try not to fall down, but we both fell down and rolled out from the door. Then the door just closed, but the keycard was still inside the room. What was worse? Sunny and Michelle came out and laughed at us.
My life in junior high school is full of joy because of my best real-life friends. Of course, there are lots of funny stories and wonderful memories. But the craziest one began with our new teacher. Since we got grade 8, we had a different classroom and a new homeroom teacher. Our new boss is a strange person because he always gets angry easily about our bad grades and comes back as a human person quickly. He also has a special way to teach math. The funniest thing in his class is watching his silly action and listening to his lame jokes. Because he sometimes does foolish things, we decide to record all his unique behavior in a notebook. After our decision, we became busy observing him during the math class and sometimes mimicked what he did in the class in front of me, especially when he did kung fu stuff. One day he seemed very irritated and said, "From now on, whoever learns my actions will get a serious punishment." Then we don't dare to make fun of him, but the book is always in my backpack, still recording all his actions.